Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, New Earth pioneers of the violet ray of transmutation. We are merging, transcending, and jumping all timelines into our one true Ascension timeline of eternal life. As we navigate through tomorrow's 510 portal of manifestation and into the full Vesak moon in Scorpio this coming moon day, May 12th, we join all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Christ-conscious ones, the Great White Brotherhood, Sisterhood of the Roses, and all Ascended Masters in the sacred Valley of Enlightenment, as we join all forces of the light to transform this realm into the paradise she has always evolved to be. In our personal power of divine intention, we consciously co-create our new heaven upon the new earth. In these final days of the false 3D matrix of separation and suffering, we continue to release, resolve, and dissolve all that no longer serves our self and humanity, and anchor in our highest trajectory for full planetary liberation and our freedom in the light of infinite Source Creator. A'ho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, Keen 47, Blue Galactic Hand of our Universal Alliance of Light with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, where we release a very powerful divine decree of sovereign awakening. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Sister of the Light Valerie A. Elster. Massive planetary restructuring underway. Return of the Pure Hearts. And today from Divine Brother of the Light Pars Kute. A new energy on the planet. The arrival of Indigo souls. A new wave of consciousness began arriving on the planet decades ago when children started to arrive with distinct energy signatures. These children were highly intuitive, strong-willed, and innately wise. These were not ordinary children. These children are not broken. They are finely tuned for a different frequency, one that honors integrity, authenticity, and compassion. When we begin to see them through this lens, we unlock their potential rather than suppress it. The world is undergoing a profound transformation, and the emergence of the Indigo children has been perfectly timed to help initiate it. As we move into the great shift, these beings are like lighthouses, unwavering in the storm of change, showing humanity a new way of being. They teach us to live authentically, to speak truthfully, and to reject systems that do not honor the soul. To truly support Indigo children is to listen deeply and without judgment. It is to create environments where curiosity is celebrated, creativity is unleashed, and spiritual gifts are nurtured. They do not respond to fear or control, but to truth and resonance. The wisdom of Indigo children will help build the bridges to the new earth. It is our role as caretakers, educators, and lightworkers to hold space for them. When we do, we assist in the unfolding of a planetary consciousness that is more compassionate, coherent, and aligned with divine intelligence. The potential of Indigo children is vast, and it's time for the collective to rise and meet it. Within infinite source intelligence of pure love, Pars Kute. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Divine Feminine, 7777. How are you doing today? The energy is quite potent already. This full moon marks a sacred turning point. The truth is here. It was downloaded a long time ago, but now we are aware of it. We are ready to embody it. Do you dare? Are you ready? Do you need to clear your body, space, place, energy? Do you need to do something else to embody it? Do it now. It is time. The time is now to be who we are as souls in the physical reality. The upcoming Scorpio full moon is going to be a big push forward for us in the right direction. This can also mean temporarily you will feel it as a push backwards. You might feel it like you are drowning, being exposed to energies, feelings, emotions that you cannot handle very well. But as always, the end result will be really positive. Trust in the journey. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And today from Divine Brother of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA. Gene Key 23. Before acting, always contemplate the quintessence. May 9th through May 15th, 2025. Complexity, simplicity, quintessence. Learn to love life through your hands. Give time for your hands to shape and express the beauty of your quintessence. Caress life, release life. Let it slip through your fingers with a smile. Reach out and touch the world around you. Touch the hearts of those around you. Touch the trees. Touch the creatures of our world. Touch your own body. Stroke your wounded heart back to life. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways. And from the I Ching, the classic book of change, hexagram 23. Splitting apart. Mountain rests on soft earth. The illusion of stability in a world of change crumbles and reveals the golden core. Quintessence is stillness and unity. Simplicity is restrained orientation. Complexity is stressful dislocation. Appreciating receptivity. Superiors therefore strengthen their inferiors to secure the peace and stability of their own position. From GeneKeys.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Shay, from Numbers by Shay Numerology. 5925. Something to consider in this important year is that it marks the end of a global cycle. Much like the end of summer, when it's time to prepare for fall. You can't ignore, deny, or even argue with it. Everyone is affected. Everyone has an opinion, and yet everyone still has to adjust. Today is, on a smaller scale, an opportunity to adjust. If you can embrace the possibilities in whatever's coming in and appreciate the good in whatever's going out, you will have the best of both worlds. You will find peace and be happier, and you will create a space where light will grow. And where there's light, there's life overflowing. From Divine Sister of the Light, Kate Bono. Energy Update, Timeline Convergence. Old anchors no longer hold. The decisions you make now have more meaning than before. You are being drawn deeper into alignment. I received information today that the worlds are no longer or will be separating. They have already separated. What we see, people, events, are only echoes of the separated timeline. This prevents us from being shocked because everything we knew and who we knew is gone. Everything now flows together like a chalk drawing on the street when the rain falls on it. There is nothing we could have prepared for, as we had no idea what was coming. We made the decisions about which timeline we would go to long ago. Kaiser Wilhelmshaven translation. There's a lot happening in this area right now, and I want to talk about it. The energy we're experiencing feels different because it really is. Timelines are converging, collapsing, and being rearranged faster than most people can keep up with. You may feel it in your body, in your emotions, or in the way time itself seems unstable. This isn't just Ascension talk, this is reality. We're being pulled deeper into alignment, whether we're ready or not. If you're experiencing waves of exhaustion, sudden emotions, or the feeling of floating between worlds, you're not alone. It's not that something is wrong. It's that the old anchors are no longer holding. The structures we once relied on, both internal and external, are dissolving, making way for something more authentic. but in between, it can feel chaotic, empty, and disorienting. The window of time we're currently in, May to August, is powerful. It's a point of convergence. The choices you make now carry more weight than ever. Small actions can have big impacts. Your frequency is shaping your next reality, whether you realize it or not. So ask yourself often, am I making decisions out of fear or choosing out of a sense of expansion? Am I playing small or aligning with my true self? The Earth's field is thinning, but not negatively. It's becoming more permeable, which means more source energy, more clarity, and more truth. But with that comes a greater responsibility to stay grounded. Perhaps most importantly, now is not the time to cling to something unreal. Let go of old relationships, outdated roles, and false comforts. You won't be punished, you'll be repositioned. This is the moment we came here for. We're not here to keep timelines, we're here to create them. 1111 Gateway coming in. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Prairie, crystalline indigo guide to the galaxy, Athena, the spirits of good. Energy update on December solstice 2022, when the emerald diamond returned on Earth after time was redirected back to its organic flow via the realm of Saturn. It was the first time after a long time that the spirits of good were allowed and witnessed again back into this realm. The spirits of good are such big and blissful spirits existing and vibrating in the pure light of source emanation. They are literally like happy Buddhas who have their own unique way of holiness. The spirit of good said, "Where the spirit of evil is, I am not, and where I am, evil is not." The spirits of good, after the anastasis of the Prairie daughter took place, they have been allowed more of their rights, and they are now free to move on the earth, bringing their purity on everything and everyone they come across, and burn, transmute everything that is impure. Their godly mission is to pass the energy of purity in everything and help the souls that they come in contact with to reconnect to the purity of Source so that they can remember who they are and be transformed and uplifted. They also change and purify the environment, nature of Earth, just by passing through places because they have rights upon the elements. If you come in contact with a spirit of good, please know that the highest form of appreciation you can show them is to allow and invite them to do what they are here to do. They come from God. Now that the great correction of the spheres is taking place and everything and everyone is returning into divine order, the spirits of good are in between the many different spirits, powers, rights, thrones, and jurisdictions that are returning in this world via the true genealogies. During our international 5D gathering on Telos Island and the celestial blessings of the great gods and goddesses of the true genealogies, we will pass over to the children the rights to their own powers. This is such a joyous development and the best way to celebrate the successful completion of our quantum jump on May 25th. Our quantum jump for now continues, and every eon and deep crisis is proportional to the great breakthrough that follows it, but each crisis breakthrough this time is taking place in the quantum, so the opening and restoration of the being is multidimensional, and wholeness, and all about the totality of its existence. 144 flowing in. This makes the restoration really unmeasurable, but we could say that this is what we mean when we talk about the unfolding of the essence and power of true creation. This is the fulfillment, this is the pleroma. Holiness is here. Erini Amalthea Thor, Har Zaronya, Hunama Anata Kumara, Yellow Galactic Warrior, from crystalindigogalaxy.com. From Divine Sister of the Light Natalia Alba, Future Identities, Walk-in Integration Process. Beloved ones, the greatest planetary shift of all time is already here. We do not have to search outside ourselves to witness it. We do not have to wait for a special event or someone else to save us, for we are our own saviors, leaders, and masters, and it is in walking the path of the soul that we rediscover it. The biggest change in our human history is occurring within ourselves. As a result, everything else is also shifting. This inner transformation that we are undergoing is emphasized by the moon in Scorpio, which balances the Taurian energies that surround us. A moon with many astrological influences that assist us in adapting to change, as Scorpio is all about transformation through stillness. It is with Scorpio that we work on our 8th monadic self, surrendering to the process many of us are experiencing of merging ourselves with our future identities. This is a passage of monadic identity, transfiguration, and integration, if we are open to letting go and embracing our higher identity. As my guides reminded me today, everything we receive depends on what we are ready to let go of. If we wish to change and evolve, we need to be prepared to let go of old aspects of ourselves, habits, and ways of living, so we can embrace what is new, taking the leap in consciousness that many of us are already experiencing. During this time, many of us are retrieving lost soul fragments that are now ready to come back home. This is a process we all experience, as it is fundamental to regain love, wisdom, and power. However, there is a deeper process that some of us are now undergoing as well, the so-called soul retrieval through a walk-in process, a process that shall not be confused with possession or similar soul occupancy processes. In my personal experience, I've been passing through this for 2 months now. It started on my birthday in March. I never thought this is to be possible for me, but there have been so many things I never thought possible I am living now. This has not been painful to me, at least by now, as I have been prepared, and on a human level, I have completely surrendered to it. A process that started with no self-recognition of who I was or was becoming, and that gradually, with the assistance of my soul birth council, I've been able to assimilate. I have been waiting to share this process until I understood it a bit better. However, this is a long process that I will not be able to fully comprehend now. It all started with this transformational year, a year that is showing all of us who we are, what we are capable of, if we align with our inner power and free ourselves from self-limitations. The walk-in process starts by embodying parallel memories, unifying all within our present one. It continues, although not in all cases, by shifting habits, ways of being, traits of our personality, and even relocating. Our home, personal space, and many other things that used to be familiar to us are no longer part of who we are now, for we are no longer who we used to be, as we are embodying new aspects of our future self. We are not losing ourselves, we are unifying identities, which is different from when the soul chooses to perpetually leave the body, and another one gradually merges with the 3D body. In some walk-in processes, many will leave their jobs, even their relationships, and start anew. In others, we will feel our divine reunion will be fortified. It all depends on what serves the divine plan for all. The most common walk-in process consists of the conscious embodiment and allowance of our future parallel self into our present body and timeline. This often comes with an agreement before we incarnated to have this experience due to other cosmic plans. Our future parallel self, residing in the 5th, 6th, 7th onwards dimensions, usually the 8th, depending on the level of evolution the soul has, is the one descending to our present self. It is a temporary exchange, as part of our soul remains in the non-physical, and the new soul comes to fulfill part of our mission on earth, helping us embody higher levels of consciousness and achieving another part of our planetary mission. We still are conscious of who we have been and of who we are becoming, for we remain in both our present body and mostly in the soul planes. integrating new wisdom as our future parallel self continues with our mission. We may also come back into the soul dimensions to rejuvenate, to receive further instructions, or to fulfill other divine assignments we need to. If this becomes a final or only temporary walk-in, it will be decided by the entire monad. Others may be perpetually leaving their bodies, and sometimes through painful experiences, even accidents that trigger these processes, while the exchange occurs and the new soul merges with the body to fulfill a mission the previous soul could not, or to achieve other cosmic purposes. Others may have a totally different experience, as I do not know all the soul agreements made to assist the soul or the whole mission. Mine feels as if I know my future parallel self, and I am gladly allowing the soul in my home, my body. The consciousness, as I was shown in a dream, is descending from the monad through the silver cord, imprinting it and seeding more wisdom through many different light infusion activations. This is why it is so important to fortify our silver cord, because it is through it that our main source communicates with us and sends us the transmissions and activations that we need, as again, outer energies do not have the power to shift anything into our bodies and less DNA, whether with or without our consent. As always, they can help us expand healing, manifestation, or anything else we are working with, but not do the work for ourselves. This continues to be putting our power and responsibility outside ourselves. 144, continuing to quantum solar flash in. Our personal transformation and transfiguration is an arduous inner work, and we are the only responsible ones for our personal evolution. Nothing and no one else is. I know some of you are under this process, and this is why I felt guided to share about my personal experience. If it serves your path, feel free to comment if you too are undergoing this process of future identities unification or other similar ones. We are no longer living as separate beings. As we merge our polarities and continuing to choose to serve all creation, we become one with our soul, monad, and God self, acting and serving as a trinity, and therefore being of service to what will benefit the highest good of all. We walk in this world without fear, with an open heart, knowing we are not losing our identity, but retrieving who we truly are, moving from fragmentation to unity, so we can continue assisting in new and further ways. When there is a will, there is always a way, for there is love, and love overcomes any obstacles that impede us from embracing ourselves as we truly are. May you embrace all of who you are, fearlessly, but patiently, willingly, and lovingly, beloveds, with an infinite love from NataliaAlba.com. And today from Divine Brother of the Light Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. Ground your thoughts. Mercury enters Taurus, pre-full moon, May 9th, 2025. Dear friends, as Mercury slips into Taurus on May 10th, the cosmic gears shift and our thought patterns, communication styles, and decision-making processes get a practical, down-to-earth reboot. Just a couple of days before the full moon, this transit brings a welcome dose of stability and sensibility to our mental landscape. This will be a welcome energetic influence, especially for those of you who have been under the effects of the solar winds. Imagine your thoughts and ideas being filtered through a lens of pragmatism, where every concept is carefully weighed and measured for its real-world applicability. This is a time when the phrase, slow and steady wins the race, becomes your guiding mantra. Your mind becomes more methodical, your words more deliberate, and your actions more calculated. As the full moon looms on the horizon, you may feel an increased desire to ground your thoughts and ideas in the solid earth beneath your feet. Your communication style may become more measured, and you might find yourself taking a more cautious approach to expressing yourself, especially if emotions are running high. This Mercury and Taurus energy can be a powerful ally in your quest for stability and security. It helps you focus on tangible results, build solid foundations, and make practical decisions that stand the test of time. However, be mindful of the potential pitfalls: overthinking, analysis paralysis, and a tendency to get stuck in traditional thinking patterns. As the full moon's energies converge with Mercury's practical vibe, your physical body might respond in kind. You might notice tension building in your neck and throat, a subtle reminder to listen more carefully to your inner voice and express yourself with clarity. Your senses might become more acute, and you might find yourself craving comfort foods or sensual experiences that bring you joy. On the other hand, you might feel a wave of fatigue wash over you, urging you to slow down and prioritize rest and relaxation. Your digestive system might also be affected, with changes in appetite or digestive issues arising as your body adjusts to the shifting energies. It's essential to listen to your body's needs during this time. Nourishing yourself with wholesome foods and self-care practices that promote balance, grounding, and harmony. As the almost full moon illuminates the night sky this weekend, Mercury in Taurus encourages us to harness this energy to build something lasting, to nurture our ideas and projects with patience and persistence, and to let our practical, earthy wisdom guide us toward our goals. By tuning into your physical and emotional needs, you can ride the waves of this transit with greater ease and emerge stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Have a great weekend and stay tuned for more updates as we approach the full moon climax on Monday. Much love, we are one. From DiegoBerman.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light Judith Kusel. The huge intensified shift has just begun. Whatever has been before is no more. Transfiguration literally means not only a changing of form, but also a total rebirthing into a new life and a much greater, higher, transcendent form of life, and the embodying of life. This is sacred and holy transformation from a lower, denser form of life into a higher, light form of life, where you become illumined from within and without. As you transfigure from within, your outer world transfigures too, because you are now operating in an exalted energy field in existence, as the inner reflects the outer. In deep meditation this morning and the past few, I truly ask that divine love permeates my whole body's fields, every cell and DNA strand, as well as my heart and soul. Then I meditated on the true experience of the mantra, Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am, I am, I am. When you start to truly feel into this mantra with the I am that I am, something deep and primordial awakens within your soul. The deep remembrance of your own soul being birthed eons ago by the Divine Mother, as one with the Divine Father, in love, through love, within love, transcendental and transfiguring love, love eternal and omnipresent, true love, all-embracing love, immortal, the eternally immortal beloved. Transfiguration in truth means to embody the beloved, fully, totally, completely, the eternal beloved soul self. Transfiguring means to allow the immortal beloved as one with the divine source, to lift you fully into oneness with all that is, so that your whole soul and physical vessels flow into one, like the immortal waters and cosmic tree of life. Eternally beloved, one. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Colleen Lemma. On Friday, May 9th, the moon, ruler of our sense of belonging, remains in the partnership sign of Libra. Today she will first create a difficult connection to the sun, ruler of our confidence, and then will make a favorable connection to Jupiter, ruler of expansion. When the moon in air sign Libra and the sun in earth sign Taurus, we may be needing to make adjustments in how we feel about relationships and our own self-value. However, there is a benefit to shifting your outlook and seeing things from a higher spiritual perspective. Consider what growth your soul has experienced, or what hidden blessings you have gained. With the harmonious trine between the moon in Libra and Jupiter in Gemini, we can connect through our higher self to the many possibilities and potentials that lie before us. It is also a great time to communicate and network with others of like mind, putting forth a positive group energy towards your hopes and visions for the future. Blessings of love and light to all, from sacredsoulempowerment.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lunar Aspects, Mercury in Aries, Semi-Sextile Ceres, and Saturn in Pisces. The moon is moving through Libra, which means our relationships with others are uppermost. Here is a need to get others on side, to be an ally, to spend time with those we love. And maybe it's because of this that we feel braver now, more confident in putting ourselves out there, more willing to ask for the attention we require or to create the life we long to live. But despite our feelings, despite the internal push to take action, the mind quibbles and worries. We might fixate on long-term stability or have concerns about growth and support. Maybe it's just that deep down part of us is still trying to please a parent or caregiver, long after we thought we'd moved on. Reach back into the well of wisdom within, your own tales of triumph, your own reference points for success. Trust that you will reach the finish line for whatever you start. Nurture a sense of accomplishment. Cheer yourself on. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 46, White Resonant World Bridger. Tone 7, known as Resonant, flows in today with its keywords being channel, inspire, and attune. Day 7 marks the midpoint of the Yellow Sun wave spell, a 13-day quest for enlightenment. It's time to tune in, like adjusting a radio to catch a clear signal. Your intuition is your guide. Let it illuminate the next step toward clarity. In this wave spell, the journey's about uncovering truth, and resonant psychic hum helps you channel what you need to light your path. Pause, reflect, and ask, what's my next move to align with this radiant goal? The day's glyph is White World Bridger, spanning opportunity, death, and equality. World Bridger beckons you to cross a bridge to a new mindset, a physical journey, or a higher purpose. It might mean shifting from daydreams to action, booking a trip, or embracing a bold life change. Every crossing demands a toll. Sacrifice something to move forward. Death here is symbolic. Shed ego, grudges, or emotional baggage to lighten your load, as the bridge won't bear excess weight. Picture a rickety span over a misty chasm. You might let go to step across safely. In this wave spell, crossing aligns with enlightenment. Where do you want to go, and what are you ready to release? And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Resonant World Bridger, 7 Kimi, Keen 46, 9th of May 2025, Attuning to Endless Opportunities, 9-9 Destiny Portal, Keen 4-6 equal 10, Manifestation, Authority, Power, equal 1, Leadership, New Beginnings. Kimi and Bane are opening doorways to many realms today, accessed by our level of consciousness. A day of death, endings, and new beginnings, attuning to the endless opportunities presenting now. As the veil opens and the plasma seeps through the cracks in Gaia's magnetosphere, the World Bridger constructs the rainbow path from the old mirror world to 5D. Alleluia. The World Bridger emphasizes equality and strives to create a world where all humans are equal, a very honorable code. One for all, and all is one. Day 7 in the Yellow Seed wave spell of illuminating our highest evolutionary path to reclaim our soul power and full sovereignty. Today we are walking on sunshine, and don't it feel good? We are discovering the path that leads to the highest evolutionary growth. Day 7 is about inspiration, surrendering to truth and igniting more light to focus on the highest potential of our evolutionary growth. The higher our consciousness and ability to discern divine truth, the more opportunities are available to us on our soul's journey. Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channel, essence attunement. The resonant tone very powerfully ignites the manifestation potentials today, as it provides the ability to fine-tune and channel these magical forces. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body, rather than our mental body. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment that is available to us all. Today we are attuning to the endless opportunities that are flowing into our lives through these wondrous new energies. They can be accessed through the process of surrendering and letting go of the past in order to attune to the now moment. That is where all the magic resides. Number 7 is also the frequency of the mystic and the magician, which brings forth an element of spiritual magic to these codes today. What type of magic are you attuned to today? What wonderful relationships, unions, and opportunities will you manifest? Today we have 2 questions. Who or what do I need to let go and detach from in order to resonate to a higher vibration, building my rainbow bridge to source? And who or what am I attuned to, building bridges together to bring heaven to earth? Divine blessings for the blissful connections and endless opportunities presenting today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 46, White Resonant World Bridger. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to equalize. Inspiring opportunity. I seal the store of death with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of endlessness. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Angel of the Light, Jules Hurley, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to support our work and mission and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Mariana Boriana, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We truly appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors artwork. You can purchase our beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a very powerful divine decree of sovereign awakening. I now stand in the infinite light of Source, rooted in truth, crowned by stars. And I decree, I am a sovereign soul, eternal and whole. No force, fear, or falsehood may bind me. All cords not in divine harmony are now dissolved. All energies not of love return to Source for transmutation. I claim my sacred place within the great weave. I rise with the earth through flame and renewal, and I walk the crystalline path of remembrance. The codes of my highest destiny now awaken. By the power of my free will and divine birthright, I decree the alignment of my body, mind, and soul to the highest timeline of love, truth, and liberation. Let the light of the One illuminate all shadows. Let peace reign within and ripple throughout all worlds. So it is, so it has always been, so it shall be. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed weekend ahead as we continue our journey through the Ascension portal and into our new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.